More than a bag, the noken accessory typical of the land of Papua is very much integrated into the daily lives of Papuans. This knitted bag also has a deep meaning. One of the philosophies states that noken is a symbol of good life and prosperity. The reason is, noken is made from materials found in the forest and is made to bring agricultural products from the forest. Apart from thread, the materials that make up noken Papua also include orchid plant roots, several types of leaves, tree bark, and even weeds. The hands of Papuan mothers full of love produce charming noken. It's not surprising that noken Papua received recognition from UNESCO as an intangible cultural heritage in 2012. This beautiful bag is also one of the typical Papuan handicrafts that is always sought after by tourists. Noken is the name for a series of names used for multi-purpose bags in more than 250 tribes in Papua. In the past, noken could not be carried by just anyone but only well-known people, those with power, and well-off parties. As time goes by, noken can be used by the wider community and various groups. Usually, local residents use noken Papua to transport harvests in the garden. However, it is not uncommon for noken to be used to carry children. One of the unique things about noken is its use. Papuan women usually wear a noken on top of their head. Noken is also divided. There are those that specifically carry food, there are also those that are intended to carry valuable items. Making noken also takes quite a long time. First, the bark, which is the common raw material for noken, is peeled first. Then, separate the skin from the fiber. Once separated, the wood fibers are pounded, then crumpled and dried in the sun to remove any remaining water. After drying, the wood fiber is split into smaller pieces so that it is easy to spin. Finally, spinning is done manually before the wood fibers are woven into various noken patterns. To make a small-sized noken usually takes 1 to 2 days. However, there are some noken that have to go through a process of soaking the wood fiber for up to 1 week. Apart from wood fiber, noken is now also made from thread, grass, and even orchids picked directly in the forest. For knitting patterns, each tribe has its own story behind it. This difference also includes the color and raw materials for making noken. For example, in the Mipago traditional area, the noken is made from the bark of orchid flowers. Noken in the southern region of Papua is different from noken in coastal areas and noken in mountainous areas. Noken prices vary, from 100,000 to millions of rupiah. Noken made from embroidery thread is cheaper than noken made from natural materials. There are many methods used to sell noken. Usually the lady selling the noken hangs a number of noken works on a string. Mama who sells noken on the side of the main road or in front of a shopping center. Now, noken is even easy to find in the marketplace.